Aye, alright folks, welcome back to Glesga News. Right, I'm on the Sun. What first caught my attention here was, cash for kid. It made me think of that, cash for kids. Every year you give money towards poor children, etc. But this is actually slightly different. It's a story by Alex Winter. Alright, Alex, your story made it, pal. What this actually is there was a woman on her way, a mum on her way to primary school with her daughter, uh, when a gang of men offered her cash to buy her daughter as she walked her to primary school. No, I mean this is real. Now apparently they were of, you know, Middle East appearance. Now that's the kind of thing that goes down as a normal sort of day in the Middle East. Can we buy your daughter? Aye, how much? A fair price though, you know. So people think this sort of stuff doesn't happen. It does happen. People who have got maybe say, quite a few kids and no money, they'll sell their daughter. And they're not buying the daughter to give her a university education and a future. Right? They're buying her to sexually abuse her and make money for her, if no kill her. And this is what this group's probably going to do, right? So we'll just see how far the mob get in finding them. So let's read the story. It says a mum was terrified, no wonder, after men asked to buy her daughter as she walked the youngster to primary school. Cops investigating the shocking ordeal say the pair were approached by a group of three men who offered up handfuls of cash in exchange for the girl. It shouldn't be hard to find them, right? The woman grabbed her little one and fled after the incident in Batemore, Sheffield yesterday morning. Detectives in South Yorkshire have launched a probe. Now, the reason this obviously isn't, this hasn't taken place in Glasgow, but I'm going to tell you about a story that happened in Glasgow, just to prove that it's not just people of Mid-Eastern descent that do this kind of thing, although they tend to be a bit more prolific, don't they? Anyway, it says here, they're calling for anyone with information to come forward, and this is the time you phone the grass line. These are the times that you get involved, people. And say they're searching for a ringleader of Middle Eastern origin, alright, who is in his late 30s or early 40s. He was wearing dirty navy bottoms, that sounds about right, doesn't it? A grey hoodie with stripes down the side and a head warmer which partially covered his face. PCSO Kenneth Blake said the mum heard the screech of tyres as she dashed towards safety at the primary school. At approximately 8:20 on December 1st, 8:20 AM, a local resident was walking her daughter to Lower Meadow School in Batemore. He told the Star, well, he's just basically gone over it, but the point to mention is that it's 8:20 AM. A male of possible Middle Eastern origin, along with two other males, have approached the mother, taking out a large amount of money and offered to buy the daughter. And as I say, she heard the screech of tyres as they bolted from the scene. Now, no one seemed to get the number, but let's hope there's a bit of due diligence here and in connection with the police, the mob, and they get all the CCTV, all the dash cam footage of that car going away. But unfortunately though, a lot of these degenerate Mid-Eastern types, they don't register the car in their own name, if they register it at all. They just buy a car and just leave it, make sure it's taxed or whatever, to some phony address. So this actually was repeated, or this is the second time this has happened. It says here, last month, police in Doncaster launched an investigation into reports that another mum was approached by a group of men in Primark in the town centre who offered a good price for her daughter. There you go, we'll give you a good price for it. The frightened mum was followed around the shop by the men. Now how can they not find, why have I not seen this in national news? Why have I not seen pictures of these guys on Most Wanted? You know, if it's in the town centre, that's where you do have good CCTV footage, possibly good quality cameras. You know, they were making inappropriate comments towards a young girl. Just degenerate rapists, pedophiles. Now, you know, as I say, it's not limited to Asian types, you know, or Mid-Eastern types, because certain things happen in different places. Here's Glasgow. Nicked. Glasgow man arrested after he tried to lure a teen into his car with cash. This is a story by Justin Bowie. Alright, Justin, are you any relation to that other character Bowie on the radio? I hope no, because he's a dunderhead. Anyway, never mind that, right? So, this one says, I said that already. Cops confirmed that Michael Roberts, remember that name, right, has been nicked following the alleged incident in Berrynows Road, Cardonald. That's on the south side of Glasgow, just off the Paisley Road. Berrynows Road. You get me? Roberts is also accused of acting suspiciously on nearby Shield Hall Road on the same day. Right. Police added that he was arrested over a similar alleged incident in Glasgow's Maryhill on November 19th. So he tried to lure another girl, into his car with cash. A police search was sparked on Monday after a concerned mum claimed Roberts had tried to convince her 16-year-old daughter to get into his car. It's alleged he offered her increasing amounts of money, up to £100, to lure her into the motor and called her sexy. What's in somebody's brain when you do that? There's a young lassie there. She's looking quite nice. She's with her mother. Here, hold on a minute. Aye, listen, you want to come with me? What? You want to come with me? No, I'll give you 20 quid. I'll with my mother. That means your mother. Okay, right, 50 quid then. No, I'm going to phone the police. Right, I'll give you 100 quid. Just get in the motor. Does that work? I don't know. What kind of brain is it comes up with that kind of fucking idea? I mean, has it ever worked? No wonder my mother told me not to get into cars with strange people, even if they offer you a puppy or sweeties. Anyway, and I was 22 at the time. It's alleged he offered, I said that already, cops were unable to find Roberts initially, but later confirmed that he had been arrested. He's due to appear at Glasgow Sheriff Court today. I'd like to see that. A mob spokesman said, following further information, a 34-year-old man has been arrested and charged in connection with an incident that occurred in Berrynows Road in Glasgow, Monday 29th of November, where a man was reported to have been acting suspiciously. The same man was also charged with a further 2 similar incidents, one which occurred in the Maryhill area on Friday 19th of November, and another on Shield Hall Road on Monday 29th. So he's charged with 2 incidents on the 29th of November, and he's charged with another single episode that happened in Maryhill. He gets about a wee bit, didn't he? But that would be the motorway, I suppose. In Maryhill. Now, is he going to get bail? Who does he work for? Do you know where he works? Because he shouldn't be in a job, right? Where did he get the £100 for? How's he affording road tax, insurance? You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at that there. I just noticed that there. Look, now see that Lamborghini there? I managed to get rid of that. Right, see that Lamborghini there? Now I've seen that running about Glasgow. Every time that guy goes by, he revs his motor up and all that. Right. Now the guys I saw driving that, right, were of Middle Eastern descent or similar. Right, and they've been flying about in that. I'm sure there's no many bright orange Lamborghinis, but I mean I could be wrong, you know. But it doesn't look too serious. I'm sure that could be a bit of car alloy on that. You could knock that out a wee bit. I'm sure that's fixable. You know, this looks a bit. You know, you could put something on the front of that to fix that. You could probably batter something together with some aluminium sheeting. Anyway, so listen, never mind that last bit there about the Lamborghini. Now that's a picture of Berry Rouse Road. Alright, beautiful, isn't it? Now, whatever took that picture, oh, that's probably a Google image, isn't it? Ah, it's got to be a Google image. Imagine you were committing a crime, right? And you'd thought of everything. I mean, you'd thought of everything. You'd worked out the routine of the mob, when they were going to be there. You know, you'd worked out that there was no CCTV cameras anywhere. You'd worked out all the ifs and bits, all the things that could possibly go wrong, except for the random thing where there's a police going to Greg's or something for a donut, right? Apart from that, and you committed the crime, and nothing like that happened, and you're like, yes, I got away with it. And the Google Earth motor's passing at the same time. Look at the camera on that, and it's got a picture of you and your mates just taking your masks off here in the white. That's the kind of luck I've got. You know, if I was to decide to do anything like that, the Google Earth motor would be passing, completely identifying me, everybody in my motor, my registration plate, and then you'd be able to go to Google Earth and you'd be able to see me from above. That's the kind of luck I've got. That's why I've never got into a life of crime. That's why I do this. You know, I don't make any money at this either. Anyway, listen, I just kicked right off there on a rant. Listen, if you like the content, hit the like button, share and subscribe, because that's all I've got to say about that. Peace out. How dare you!